Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is not having expectations, part 2.
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is not having expectations, part 2. Last week's I did one where we talked about not having expectations because my children, some of them were not going to be able to be here on Mother's Day. This week I saw, it was probably a meme or something, and it talked about not speaking for like 6 months. And like, so you have a really good friend and you don't speak to them for 6 months. And you're not speaking to them because there's an issue. You just were healing and working on yourself. And then you call that friend 6 months later and you just get right back to where you left off, right? Because when you have a good friend like that, they're understanding and they don't have the expectations, or you don't have the expectations for them either. So say it was your friend that needed the break for 6 months or just was in a mental space that wasn't good and they couldn't pretend to be okay. That's how the meme kind of went. And here, let me read it. Actually, I wrote it down. Being okay with people not for so ghosting a friend for 6 months, not because you did not care, but because you did not have the energy to pretend I was okay. And that's exactly what the meme said. And that's what, got me thinking and adding a part 2 is because I had done that one, not having expectations. And this is another one, not having expectations of friends, not taking it personal if they aren't calling you back or even calling you to begin with or texting you or staying in touch, is not having the expectations of them, that there is most likely a reason. And it's a reason that they're dealing with stuff that maybe they don't want to share at the moment or even ever, and it's just about not taking things personally, right? You're going to help yourself more because you get sad if somebody cuts you off like that and you don't understand why. But just knowing that there's a reason for it and it really has nothing to do with you, that it's their journey and something they're having to go through, and they're not in a place that they want to share it or even talk with you about it, right? So, you know, working on yourself will help you show you that, right? There's been times where I've needed to pull back from people because I just wasn't in the place that I wanted to share it because I'm working on myself. So I don't want to keep talking about it. But also, I didn't sometimes have the energy to even talk to people. I just needed to be by myself. And if you can get to that part in your healing journey, you're doing really good because sometimes you do just need to pull back. Because what I've noticed with people is when people just need to have stuff going on all the time. And what they're doing is keeping themselves so busy, they're not dealing with their inner turmoil or issues or traumas that are going on. They don't want to deal with it. So they keep themselves so busy that they can't think about it. But yet, when you're doing that, you are burying it even, your traumas even deeper or your issues even deeper, and those start to cause physical problems. So do you see where it's important to A, not take it personal if somebody's not contacting you, or don't beat yourself up if you're not talking to people. It's okay to take care of yourself. And in the long run, you're going to be a better friend and a better family member once you can work and heal yourself, right? And the bottom line is just don't take things personally from others. Even if they are truly mad at you and that's why they're not talking to you, it's their stuff regardless. It's not yours. All you can do is work on yourself. And, I talk about this a lot. When there is a conflict, if there is one ever, you want to look at yourself, even if you feel like you're not to blame. There's always a little part where you have a part in what happened, right? Even if you're not the main part, you still want to look at that and work on that for yourself. Because if we all work on our stuff, then the world will be a much better place. if we're all working on our healing, because then we're not being triggered or offended or get upset, just letting people be where they're at. And the more people that get there, then the more less conflicts we're going to have, because we're not being offended by how somebody else is reacting to us. All right. I want to share with you the sponsor of this video. It is the X39 Lifewave patches. These are amazing. And I want you to know I don't share anything or recommend anything unless I use it for myself, and I totally love it. Okay, I don't do any of that. These I love. My mother, my husband, and I have all been on them since August. And immediately what I noticed was much more energy in myself. I had much more energy to get things done and just felt a lot of energy during the day. And I didn't get tired in the afternoon like I would sometimes. And I also noticed in myself that I had a mole up here and it just disappeared, right? And I had a few more like later that happened too. And then I noticed that I had a cut on my hand and it healed really quickly, okay? And then so with my mother, she is almost 80 and she would get tired in the late afternoon and take naps usually around 2, 3, or 4, right? And once she got on these patches, she no longer needed the nap. She wasn't taking naps anymore. She was had more energy herself and was more well rested. And then finally with my husband, and these are just a few of the results, okay? Finally with my husband, he had a lot more energy. He's been retired and he kind of got in a slump, and he had a lot of energy once he got on these patches. He, a couple of days after getting on the patches, he pulled his shoulder out of his socket, which he's done before. He popped it back in anyway, and it bruised horribly. He couldn't lift his arm up. He hurt it pretty bad. It's something he does a lot. And the next day, he was able to lift it halfway up. And then the day after that, he was able to lift it all the way up again, which that's never happened when he's dislocated his shoulder. And there was tons of bruising all the way down his shoulder, and that cleared up, and it was much lighter like the second day, and it cleared up much quicker, and he just healed so much faster after being on these patches. So here's what they look like. And you just take it off and you put it on. Well, this is one place you put it, is the back of the neck. And I hope this is going to show up in the video right there. Back of the neck is where I put mine. And you can put it on your stomach, and there's many other places you can put it, but there is information in the description below on these patches. They are amazing. And I want to just give you what it says on the website about it, just so you have an idea of how it works and why it works. The technology of the X39 patches is phototherapy. It gently stimulates the skin with light, which stimulates the natural flow of energy in the body, which improves the health in the body. So like I said, we've had amazing results. I love them. My mom loves them. My husband loves them. I have quite a few other people on them, and they've all had amazing results. It's helped improve their health and helps them recover quicker. So if you have any questions or are interested in them, go ahead and reach out to me. All the information to contact me is below. There is also a Start X39 website. You can go check it out. Or if you just want to order it, there's a link to order it in the description below. But check them out. I have been so happy on these patches. So in the description below, there is a free healing meditation. Just click on the link and sign up for it. Also in the description below, there's different ways to work with me, and you can reach out there. My email is in there. And if you have any topics you want to discuss, just either post it in the comments below or email me if there's any topics you would like me to talk about. So go do something you love every day. Do something you love. Do something like sing, dance, run around the yard, whatever it is that lifts you up that you love to do at least one. Then do at least one self-care, drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate. Do at least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything and in everyone. And when you see something in someone that stands out to you, say it to them. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you, you're going to see a difference in your life. That's what I got for today. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.